E. There's a Meadowbrook. CF19. What has he done here? Hang on. I'm checking something. CF19. Oh, I guess I'm not allowed to do that. Okay. Let's do it another way. CF19. Come on. It looks like he's done at least 1, 2, 3, 4. He's done a few courses here. I kind of feel bad because his course thread is up, but there's just no activity in it at all. But I think it's just called Meadowbrook CC, so that's what I'm going with. I'll double check the yardage, make sure that it matches what he's got in his thread here. If I can get to it. Meadowbrook CC, CF19's entry. Let's see. It says here 6809, 6817, 67.5. Let's see, so 65, 82, I don't know. This is the one that's spelled correctly, so I am just going to assume that this is the right one. If anybody else knows differently, let me know. All right. It is, because it says the signature tee shot will challenge all players, while the drop-off will provide some massive distance. Avoiding the creek left and the bunker right is essential to avoiding a bad start. The green sets, I think he means sits alongside the creek left and the pond behind, because if it sets along the creek left into the pond behind, I don't know what it's setting, but that's okay. No, I think it is. I think this is correct. He says right in there, he goes, I don't think I have any chance of winning, but I just wanted to participate. That's okay. We're going to play it. CF19, you got it, buddy. Let's roll. I'm okay with the idea of a big bunker like that. I just feel like, you know, giving it a little character, because just making it, you know, a little squirrely like that is not always character. I appreciate that you used splines to go in there. I'm not sure. The lack of planting entirely is kind of putting me off here, but that's okay. We're rolling on. I think you know you got some weaknesses here, so I'm not gonna harp on stuff a whole lot. We're gonna play it. And I haven't played your other courses, so I don't know how this one compares. I'm not sure. This is CF19. He's a ranger, actually. I'm not sure what he rangers. I'll have to double check. But he, I thank him because rangering courses, I think if I had to ranger courses, I would murder people. Or I'd hire somebody else to do it. Rough stuff. And as I have always said, design what you like to play and rock on. Yeah. Tell you what, that green is an interesting shape, and it's got some fun contouring on it. I don't know. I wonder if he's got anything on tour. I'd have to look. I don't know. I don't know that he's done anything like that. I also feel like I'm wondering if the Meadowbrook with an E is the same golf course but with other stuff. I don't know. So I'll tell you what, we're going to play this, and we'll go back and double check to see if the one with an E is the same course but with like trees and crowds and whatnot. I saw crowds in a picture, so I'm assuming there were crowds here at one point in time. Oh my good gravy. Oh Billy. Oh Billy, it's like Dolly Parton fell down. Giant Dolly Parton came by and was like, "Whoa!" Anyway. Well, your militant attitude towards them? See, I'm okay with pins that are near some tough slopes. I don't. I think that I believe it is. Yes. The entrants were not screened in any way, and and I say this with all respect, but this is definitely kind of a newer design. It looks like here. But everybody who took the time and made the effort is in on it, buddy. I didn't go any of those places. Did you notice that? I appreciate the fact that he's using swells in that here. The fact that everything slopes down from the water is fairly confusing in my mind. But hey, so are words and numbers. Ooh, how that was going to happen out of there, I don't know. I got all the wind, the slope, everything going to the right, and it still went left. Eleanor, go play, baby. Come here, come here, come here. Yes, I feel it. I feel it. You got a big turd in your pants. Come here. Tell me, what did you do? Did you poopy?
Yeah.
Say, Dad, I pooped.
Dad, I pooped.
There you go. You guys knew that was going to come at some point. We have poop. Just wait here, Lella. I'll change you. Come here. Come here. Come right here. Come here. Yeah, I know it's not comfortable to have poop in your pants, is it? Which is why I'm trying to teach you to go on the dumb potty.
I'm going to the potty.
You want to go on the dumb potty? Is that what you said? You silly goose. There. Are you all done, or do you need to do some more? Lella, do you have more? Okay. Hang on, guys. Be right back. I'm going to leave the mic on, though. See what kind of ambient noise that is. All right. Hopefully that picked up so much of that conversation. Because the 5-year-old comes in and she's like, Dad, why does it smell so bad in here? And she's in the bathroom like, is it a big one? Is it a big poop? Oh, it is. Look, it's so big. That was great. Oh, sorry, I just got and this is probably private, so I shouldn't share it, but I thought that was hilarious. I just got a thing from Cyborg. He says, well, I accidentally caught my neighbor's backyard on fire this morning. Oh, the things people do. Sorry, Pithy, that would have been a fun thing for y'all to hear. There's a lot going on there that was pretty good. Pretty good. This is going to be short. I don't care. By the way, if anybody wants to hop on, see if CF19, see if he's got anything's, if he's got any courses that have been submitted to the database. I know he's made a few. I just don't know that he's submitted any of them. Yeah, that ain't going to work. But I don't care. I'm going to point out things that I like as I go along, because I don't think I need to do a critique here necessarily, because, I mean, this is all pretty newish looking and put together. So I think we're just going to stick to some positives and things that we can take away from here. Okay, after saying all those things, where I just said I'm not going to do a critique and all that, this green is just enormous. To the point of hurting my feelings a little bit. It should run up there. No? Okay. You just started to mess with it today? It didn't go well? It can be intimidating. Can be intimidating. I would say don't force yourself into creating a whole course or anything. Make a whole. See if you like it. See if it sends you in a design direction. If it doesn't, then look at it and tear things out and stuff. Like, for example, if you were making this and you said, the idea I had here isn't quite working, don't feel like you gotta tweak it. Just blow it up. Start over again. Find one part of the design that you like. For instance, let's say you like having bunkers on one side or the other. Well, then just stick with that. Say, okay, I want to have bunkers on both sides, and I'm going to work at it and work at it and work at it until it looks right. And only after that am I going to move on to the next hole and try and use what I learned on that first hole going forward. I think too many people, they just create an entire course. Like, well, it's my first course. Well, instead of making a first course, just make a first hole. And then remake it, and then make it again, and make it again. Don't move on to the next hole until you've worked out some of the yips. Maybe I'm in the minority there, but I would rather you just take your time and work through some of those struggles on a hole or two than to put out an entire course where you're just not happy with it. I mean, that's my opinion. I think you'll be better off in the long run. And that's how you learn too. I'm trying to be way too perfect with this. I think I'm just going to hit it up on the green and putt. I think that's probably the way to go here. Let's try to hit it into the flagstick here. Ooh. Nope, okay. I also just got a very sad text message. There's a buddy of mine is having a board game kind of day, and I was planning to go, but I can't now because my daughter is babysitting cousins and so can't watch my kids, and I'm kind of sad. because I really wanted to go play. We had some cool games figured out. This is going to go in the bunker, and I don't care. Or it won't get to the bunker. Still don't care. Because I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I love freaking board games. You know, big, heavy, hard ones and stuff. Maybe I can convince my kids later to let me teach them, like, terraforming Mars or something. My oldest is 13, so I'm sure she could get in on that one. There are some that she's still like. Gloomhaven, I just save for adult friends in that. She could probably pick it up. It just, there's a lot going on there. Yeah, well. Risk is good. I've got Risk Legacy as well as one that's harder to find now. Risk, what was it, 2210, I think might be it, where you can, the Earth is divided in different ways, and there are actual mechs that are fighting, and you can colonize the moon, and it's quite intense. But Risk 2210, I think, is one of my favorites. There's another one, Risk, is it Godstorm, where you've got like Greek mythology involved in that. Catan is a good one. It's got several different mechanics that you can use to win, which I like. Terraforming Mars does a little of that. Oh gosh, there's like 5 different ways to win that game, strategy-wise. Bang, absolutely. Something simple with the kids like King of Tokyo. I recently picked up Chronicles of Crime, Stuffed Fables, which is interesting. That one actually, there's a book, like a storybook that comes with it, because the characters you're playing are actually like these little girls' stuffed animals. And they get sucked into another realm trying to rescue some of her things, and they're trying to protect her dreams from these bad guys. But the book, each page of the book, when you turn a page, there's a new board for you to play on. So as you go through the book, you go through the story, and you play on different boards as you go. It's quite fun. I also got Thunderstone Quest, which is a deck building dungeon crawler, which is fun. I'll tell you what, one of my favorite to play is very difficult in that you don't really win. You can win, but you don't very much. Wow, that was bad. And that is Arabian Nights. That is a good time. Also, my family and I have been going through Betrayal Legacy. If you've ever played Betrayal House on the Hill, it's a legacy version of that, and that's a good time. Oh, sci-fi, fantasy, any of that stuff. I like it, sure. I don't find as many good sci-fi books, though. Some are really good, but some just bug the crap out of me. Fantasy books are easier to pull off because, I mean, as long as you have characters that are kind of fun, you can be very formulaic and get away with it. Sci-fi, you have to, I don't know, there's more to sci-fi. I think the last sci-fi book that I read, well, actually the last one I read was the second time I read Seven Eves, which was really good. But there's another one that was kind of fun, A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet, I think it was called. That one was pretty good. But if you want to get into that, I don't know. There's some that are easy reading that are fun. The Vorkosigan series is fun from Louis McMaster's Bujold. If you want to get heavy and make your brain hurt and hurt your feelings, then you can read Dan Simmons' Hyperion, and those books are fun. And by fun, I mean difficult. Grit. Grit is usually good with sci-fi, this is true. Which is why Dune was so good, because, I mean, the whole planet is covered in sand. So, pretty gritty. Pretty gritty. Or if you're younger, you could just get into some Ender's Game action. Which I feel like was, you know, kind of the Hunger Games of 30, 40 years ago. Oh, you gotta read Dune. The first Dune is fantastic. The second one's pretty good. The third one's pretty good. The rest of them, eh. Oh, to be that young to enjoy Ender's Game. Oh my gosh! Look at this golf hole. You know what? Really, I said I'm going to focus on some good ideas. I tell you what, the cross fairway over a bunker is a good idea. Enjoyed Blade Runner. Blade Runner was good. Did you read it after they retitled it from the movie, or when it was called Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? I had a hard time finding that back in the day, and then the movie kind of got popular again, and the book became a lot easier to find at that point. I liked his short stories better, the Minority Report kind of stuff. If you can't tell, I read a lot. Reading is wonderful. Oh, The Expanse is fantastic. Yeah, the movie Blade Runner is going to be a little different, but if you do ever watch it, you want to watch... My favorite is the director's cut. There's a definitive edition out now that's pretty good, but just the straight-up director's cut was my favorite by a long shot. Little Dystopia is good. Things get a little crazy with Dystopia. See, I like the long, narrow green shape, especially on a par 5. I mean, you want to go for it? Go for it. It's not a long shot, but good luck keeping it anywhere where you want it. Ooh, did I do it? Nope. Nope. Yeah, it's got to be good Dystopia. Handmaid's Tale, that would qualify. Children of Men, that would qualify to me anyway. The Mortal Engines, not so much. Oh, that was bad. Whatever. I am kind of pumped. I don't know, did you guys watch the trailer for the Witcher series on Netflix? Trailer looked pretty stinking good. And Henry Cavill's Witcher voice was really good. I don't think there's any planting, buddy. I think all of that is just auto-gen planting. Like I said, when we're done with this, I'm going to double-check the other Meadowbrook with an E. Or I wonder, I don't know if you can do more by designer if it just says TGC member. I don't know if you can do that, but we'll try it. You know, the idea of this hole was not bad, just not really pulled off terribly well. Well, the series is based on the books rather than the game, but it looks like they may have taken some of the game elements anyway. They also had to make Ciri a little bit older than they initially were going to. Yennefer is also not. It doesn't appear necessarily a hunchback as much as she is just overall deformed. But Henry looks like he was born to play that part. I mean, you know, is he perfect looking for that? No, but he looks like he's really into it, and I think that's going to be more important in the long run, that he just wants to play Geralt. I've got The Witcher 3 on my computer, and I have not made it very far. And I'll tell you why. It's not, I mean, I like the sweeping size of it. Um, I like the minutia, but I don't know what it is. The combat, I just have not been able to get into it. And I know for a lot of people that's the best part about it. But I can't find the rhythm of it. I'm trying, it's bugging me. It's bugging me. And I find myself dying to things that I should not die to, and it frustrates me a little bit. I'm going to go back and do it again. Oh, it's absolutely amazing. I mean, just playing through the first, town and into that first city and a little further, I can tell. I'll love it. I just have to get into the combat. I really don't want to, but I'm considering just turning the difficulty way, way down just to get through it and then go back and turn it back up again. Because, see, normally, like in a Fallout or something like that, I mean, I want it as freaking hard as I can possibly make it. Or some of the old Baldur's Gates, that kind of thing. Which is one reason why I enjoyed, I don't know what you guys think of some of the old school ones, but Planescape Torment was one of my favorites. Because you just died all the time. But it didn't matter, because you just woke up on a slab with a floating skull that made fun of you. It was fun. It was a good time. Oh gosh, Cyberpunk. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That, like GTA 5, is one I'll have to wait. I'll just play it when all the kids go to bed. Or Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know. I think it'll live up just fine, personally. Will it? I don't know. I think it will. I kind of am waiting to see a few more videos and things of, the actual gameplay a little bit. Because I don't mind it being a little linear, but I do want to have a little freedom. That's like, I'm kind of curious about Watch Dogs Legion. I mean, the first two Watch Dogs didn't do a whole lot for me. The first one especially. But Legion looks kind of fun. Back to books, though. What's some really good newer books you guys have read? Quickly, because I'm on hole 18, but we are going to go see if that other course is involved in this somehow. Ooh, that's bad. Yeah, I need to go download that before the month ends because I kept putting it off, but it is on PlayStation there. I'm still frustrated because I really wanted Pro Evolution Soccer, and when they switched it, I was kind of upset. Everybody tells me how good Detroit is, but I'm like, yeah, but I know I'd enjoy, PES, and it's one I could play with my kids, and it would be a good time. 5-star that sucker. All right, let's go back here. Let's see if we can find a more by designer here. Well, where's the one I just played? Now, where is more by designer? Is that something I only get at the end? Is that what that is? I've read Name of the Wind like 4 times. And the second one. I'm waiting for the third one. Second one wasn't as strong as the first one, I didn't think. So, I'm hoping he picks it up. 11/22/63 is fantastic. I'm not a huge fan of Stephen King. I like... How can I say this? I like his writing. I don't always like his stories. But that one was really, really good. Really, really good. Honey, because I'm doing a video thing right now, okay? So just be patient. Well, I don't know how to tell this, so I'm going to just pull up Meadowbrook again and see if we see any that are the same course, just with a little extra planting or anything. Meadowbrook. I like Meadowbrook. Fahrenheit, I have not read, I don't think. So these distances are completely different. Yeah, these are not the same courses. So that was it. That was the last of our playthroughs there. Yeah, I believe I played through the right one. Okay, we'll right click her and just double check here. No, that was the one. I think I played this one once. The American Club. That doesn't seem familiar. Well, I feel like looking at these other ones, he tried a few ideas on this, but I think he kind of just was like, okay, I'm going to finish this and be done with it. At least now we'll have a reply in there. And buddy, I appreciate the fact that you created that course. Like I said, there are some good ideas. Keep doing you, man. Look, you've got 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got 7 courses in here, and I'm sure that you enjoy playing them each time. Looks like this one has the most plays so far. Keep rocking, buddy. Keep going through. What comes next? What comes next is I'm going to double check with the judges, see exactly where things shake out. I should be able to go through and announce some of them pretty quickly, I think. I'm going to double check with Cyborg on the timing, and then probably start doing a few at a time, counting down until we get to the top 5. I'm not going to drag it out. I'm not going to do one a week or one every 3 days or anything like that. We're going to get through it pretty quickly, but I do want to give the judges time to sort out the top 10 a little bit. No, probably not today, but I'm going to double check. I'm going to double check with Cyborg and see what's going on. I will update the thread accordingly, the playthrough thread and then the primary thread in there. I'll put it in the shout box. I'll do all those lovely things. And again, I know it always seems like an eternity. It really hasn't been. It's been, I mean, the final published day was a week from this last Monday, right? So, I mean, it really hasn't been very long. And I figured we'd give, 3 weeks would be enough time for all the judges to get everything done. I think they're getting pretty close anyway. But I'm going to double check with Cyborg. I'm going to jump into the judges thread and just try and give it a little push. There's been some questions in there about certain things, and that's not a big deal. But I think he also needs to get all of the judging into a single document of some sort. Right now, it's all a little spread out in Google Documents, and it needs a place for it to be normalized and just have a results page that pulls from all the other pages, perhaps. But it wasn't quite put up that way. I'm going to double check with him though, and we'll get this thing wrapped up fairly quickly so that once the rookie contest starts, things can just go that direction, and so that I can work on a mini golf course, because I decided to try that, and I fiddled with some ideas the other day. That is not an easy thing to do well. I think a lot of the courses are going to be really, really similar, so it's going to be hard to find just those little things that make it stand out. And trying to find ways to make holes do fun things is just going to require a lot of testing in that. I also have an idea that I'm not sure is going to work yet, and I'm not going to spoil it just yet, but I have a feeling that if it works properly, it will look entirely different from everybody else's, which is what I'm hoping for. Anyway, and then I'll work on a couple other courses, and I think I'm going to start streaming some of the actual design sessions when I do it. The thing is, I do a lot of it late at night, so we'll have to see how that shakes out. Anyway, I'm going to go, and at least I know that I'm not walking into poopy pants when I go downstairs. Thanks much. Bye.